What is up, peeps? FCWTVHD here, like to welcome you back to another video, and we are back on the testing grounds. We are going to be trying out a Lycanroc Shrine deck. It's a pretty little nifty strategy behind it. We have Baby Banette, which forces your opponent to bench Pokemon from the discard pile, so if they have any basics, we can bring them onto the bench to increase our damage output. We do have some Buzzwoles, Baby Buzzwoles of course, just to help poke damage. And also, of course, Sledgehammer on the 4th prize is also pretty consistent. Now, of course, with Lycanroc, the big problem is dealing with it being 2 energy attachments rather than 1. It's just not as quick as a lot of cards are right now. There's a lot of decks that focus on the single energy attachment or accelerate energy very well if you think of like Vikavolt, Rayquaza. So it's going to be quite hard to keep up. So I've also included things like counter energy. So if we fall behind, which I assume we would in this deck, then we can obviously use counter energy right away, and we can use either Banette's attack, which isn't the best, but we can use either Banette's attack, we can use swing around a lot easier, we can use of course Lycanroc's main attack a lot easier as well with just 1 energy attachment. So I've got 2 counter energies, got 8 basic energies, fighting energies. We have the beast energy for Buzzwole in there as well. So that's the current energy count. We may want to change it if it's a bit too small, but we do have to see how things go. We do also have Diancie, so if we get a Diancie in play, we can take this Sneasel out quickly. Considering that we play Banette, we are playing ability Pokemon there. It's something we do need to be worried about. We also play a Ranguru, so I think we need to be a bit cautious about who we put into play right now, considering that we are playing a Sneasel deck. So this is, so I think this is the classic Buzzgarb Shrine. So we are playing a Shrine deck, which means we don't get to utilize our own. However, they look like they're just going straight for benching everything, in the assumption that they are playing against a Buzzwole deck, considering that Buzzwole is out right now. So again, you're gonna have to excuse me. Sorry, I'm quite ill still when recording this video, so sorry about any coughing or anything like that. But nonetheless, if we manage to get a Diancie out, that would be great. We do want to get some Lycanrocs out, and I believe they're going to sit here and think, okay, this is a Buzzwole Lycanroc. Oh no, they just okay. We'll get into another game right away. It was a bit weird that they just quit for some reason. I'm not too sure. What deck is that? Dark Psychic Fairy and it may be a Banette Zoroark deck. That'd be fun to play against. It looks, I'm guessing Banette Zoroark or an Espeon Zoroark. I'm assuming the Fairy is the Dene. Just a tech on their end. Oh, we don't want to start with Shuppet, but do you know what? I'm okay enough with that. I'd rather that than starting off with Diancie. Considering we're going first, I'm not going to bench anything yet. Maybe it was better off to start with Diancie because we would look to switch anyway, so maybe Diancie would have been the one to drop down. Speaking of, I would like a turn 1 Lele here, so I might have to just be a bit weird and escape rope right now, just so I can hit myself into a Lele. Sorry, not hit myself into a Lele, just so I can go for a turn 1 Lily, because I do want to get some cards out. Right, so that's a lot better. We don't need the Timer Ball so much so now, considering we have Lycanrocs in hand. We can drop... Oh, Choice Band could be big. I guess we can drop a Lycanroc itself. Do you know what? I think I made a misplay there. I think I should have dropped both Lycanrocs and Rescue Stretches them back into the deck. I think I should have done that, but... I mean, win some, lose some. But at least we will have a Lycanroc next turn. We can go for Cynthia, maybe hit an Escape Rope. Although we can't exactly attack right away. Which is the big problem, as I said. It's like, it'd be great if you could just attack, and, from the get-go. So, and there's no real energy acceleration like Aqua Patch or something that would allow you to just go ahead and whack an energy from your discard pile in. So it seems like they're starting off a bit slow too, which is a good sign. So we can take a bit more time to get the ball rolling here. Chances are they're trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and I don't blame them. Now, if we do lose our Diancie, or we could discard these energies and get another something now. No, nothing yet. The awkward thing is, yes, we want them to be benching Pokemon to deal damage. However, we don't want to bring back Pokemon that it's easier. In a Zoroark deck, you don't want to put a Zoroark on the bench for them, so next turn they can evolve into a Zoroark. You don't want that. But considering we're playing a Zoroark, Zoroark wants to fill its bench anyway. So this is great. This is why I thought Lycanroc would be a good thing to play right now, because Zoroark's doing pretty well in the current format. And of course, Zoroark wants to bench to do damage. So, of course, Lycanroc can be like, okay, you bench, I'm going to one-shot you because of that. So, it's a cool, nifty little thing. If this gets knocked out this turn, which I assume they would want to do, you know, I would hope that they fill the bench, knock this out. I can Ultra Ball and Counter Energy and go straight in for a Lycanroc knockout. So, Counter Energy is pretty fun to play around with on this. I mean, again, I assumed this deck would start slow and therefore would lose a few Pokemon on the way when setting up against these faster decks like Zoroark and Vicaray and stuff, Buzzwole. These are all quite faster decks. So, this deck is slower, so as I said, I expect things to kind of slow down so we could take advantage of that with Counter Energy and stuff. Now, I didn't put Counter Catch or anything because I didn't have space for it, really. I would have naturally just preferred Escape Rope more than anything. Right, I don't know if we're going to actually be able to attack this turn, but let's be on the safe side and assume we can attack this turn. Now, I don't want to be discarding the Counter Energy because if we get knocked out next turn, we are going to want to have that in our deck. Okay, so that's a very, very, very bad hand for now, obviously. I could drop down another... Rockruff. No. Oranguru. No. We've got draw galore right now, so I think Buzzwole. But I'm scared that they will try and avoid the 4 price. That's fine. We'll stick with that, and we'll just assume... Unfortunately, assume that Diancie is knocked out and down. So... Not the best, unfortunately. Again, Shrine's in place, so Shrine allows us just to keep poking and stuff, considering, yeah, this deck does 120 with a full bench, which is a 2-shot, but it's just, I'm not that sure. What I might do, this is something I can consider, considering Shine is in play, GX Pokemon are going to be damaged anyway, between turns, 20 damage. It may be better to replace Choice Band with Bodybuilding Dumbbells to prevent one-shots on our Lucarios from a Zoroark, because we're just going to keep trading pretty much in that sense. So I might replace Choice Band with Bodybuilding Dumbbells, considering that Shrine, you know, will do the same job effectively unless you're hitting for weakness. But the thing is, if we're hitting for weakness here, Choice Band won't really matter that much unless they stick to 3 on the bench, because obviously that will result in quite a good that will result in a 110 hit. So now we can go for Dangerous Rogue, but I believe that we won't get the knockout. So I think the better play here is to actually go ahead and look for another energy and just go for Accelerock and just go whack. Be like, all right, I'm going to knock you out right away. There we go. We've got another energy. We don't need to get Banette out right now, so I think we just get rid of... No, let's keep our hand. I don't want to get rid of Choice Band or anything. Let's just get the knockout now with Accelerock. There we go. Is it Accelerock or Accelerock? I think it's Accelerock. I don't know. Well, we've got ourselves a Lycanroc, which is nice. If we get knocked out, unfortunately, we can't use Counter Energy. However, what we can do is use our Buzzwole. So this seems like a pretty decent matchup for us. Shrine is down, which is a bit unfortunate. And how many items have we played? I wasn't careful there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're hitting 100 damage. Which isn't great, but they're still not one-shotting me. So, let's think. Trade, are they going to bench another Pokemon? It looks like they're sticking to the... well, the thing is, we can now force them to bench some Pokemon, which is great. So, if they don't one-shot me with this turn, which they can't, of course, they have to get a full bench to one-shot me this turn, which I don't think they would want to do. I can actually start forcing bench play and start bringing out Zorua and stuff, and just with, of course, Banette to increase my damage output later on down the line. And of course, it forces them to bench, which is nice. So weakness policy is gone. Weakness policy is there, which is a big part there. Actually, that's a huge play on their end, I think. I think that's kind of busted, actually, thinking about it. We are going to actually get... getting rid of a Guzma, that's fine. I think we play 3 or 4, one or the other. We're going to get Banette, and we're just going to go ahead and bring that Zorua back into play for later on. So let's go and do that. Yeah, let's bring that down here, force it on the bench. We're going to attach here, and we're going to Lily. We don't play Field Blower, so unfortunately we can't get rid of that weakness policy, but what we can do is attach here ahead of time and just go for Accelerock, because Accelerock is still doing more damage. It's doing 130, I think. Then 140. There we go. And regardless, I don't know. I don't think this deck plays Acerola or any healing items. So regardless, Shrine is just going to pick at that until it vanishes. So eventually we're going to be able to take a nice 2 prizes, even if we don't hit into that thing. So that's something I'm quite happy with there. And of course, as the Zoroarks go down, we can just try and get another Banette out and just force these Zoruas onto the bench. But right now, things are looking pretty decent. So this is a weird deck. I mean, I thought it was going to be a Buzzwole, Garbodor. Well, no, it is a Zoroark Banette, actually. It is a Zoroark Banette deck. Actually, that's what I thought, wasn't it? They've just got a lot of text in there by the looks of it. Right, so they do have the Buzzwole one-shot on me. But I can return with a Buzzwole one-shot as long as they find an energy. And that's going to be a bit awkward considering we've got a lot of energy in play. We've got half of our energy in play, excluding the beast energy and the counter. But the counter energy won't help. So what we're going to do is we're going to thin. First thing, we'd get Oranguru down. Counter energy is not what we want. So we're going to thin. Let's get Oranguru. We could go for Escape Rope. You know, it's a bit iffy if I'm going to be honest. We could counter energy, Escape Rope, Retreat. But we want to knock this Buzzwole out because... oh, wait, no. Because regardless, we're getting a knockout, right? Oh, unless it's on this. That's 110. Oh, I was going to say, regardless, we're getting a knockout. We can just go for it, right? But no, that's awkward. I think we hit the counter energy here. Just so we can have it out of the way. And it just... Oh, I'm an idiot. Shut up. I've realised I've got Guzma. I've realised. Okay? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I was like trying to really weave my way through there. And it's like, well, you kind of got a Guzma, you idiot. Right, let's bring some Lycanrocs back in. Yeet. And just go for a full-on Accelerock here. There we are. Wonderful. Great thing about counter energy is even if we're using it as a singular energy, we can just still attach a fighting energy and that be it. So next turn, we can go ahead and just go for another dangerous rogue attack. But of course, it will be quite weak. So this is the one thing I do like about Lycanroc is that you can attach the extra energy and just go for Accelerock. So if they're trying their best to limit themselves and the damage that you're doing, then you can just attach and then do 130 Choice Band, 140 with Shrine later on. So it's like you're not really limiting me, you're more limiting yourself. Of course, you're limiting me through your bench, but other than that, you're not helping yourself very much. Right, so what we're going to do is... We can't use Buzzwole right now, which is a shame. We're just going to have to go for a Lycanroc here. Now, I may have done a misplay. I'm not too sure. I think we need to just hit heads once. And we don't, of course, because I'm not loved. Or we could go for a surprise attack. Let's Kukui surprise attack. Oh, this is the worst mistake I've ever made. And oh, I can't hit heads ever in my life. I can't hit heads. Like, God damn it. God damn it, man. What is my luck? There was a... What, a 30... No. There was 25... Like a 13% chance I was going to hit 0 heads on those 3 coin flips. Have I got that wrong? Because if it's twice, there's a 25% chance. And then you half it again through the other coin flips of 13. Right? Or 12.5. Or... I can't do maths, shut up. Yeah, the Garbodor's in one-shot range. We've completely gone past that right now. They're confidently benching stuff now, which is kind of okay, actually, because we still have Rockruffs and stuff in deck, and we still have a counter energy to play. So we can actually fall behind a little bit. We can poke with Buzzwole or something, and maybe hit a Guzma. And how many do we have left? I believe we have either 1 or 2 left. So... Right. Yeah, that was my phone, by the way, so just ignore that. Oh, yeah, now they're confidently benching stuff. Okay, they probably think, all right, this is all done now. Cleanup time. Well, yeah, kind of. I still got things I can play. So I might actually go for a... Yeah, we're going to go for an Escape Rope here. Just to poke and just clean out a little bit. Because, yeah, we could Guzma, I know, but... If we Guzma, we're doing 60 damage, which means we're doing a 120 on a Zoroark. That would be 130. It brings the Shrine a bit closer to, you know, getting our win here. But I would rather play Escape Rope and poke into something else and then go for the Guzma later on, once we've got ourselves a Lycanroc set up. So I think that's the safer play. Because all they would have to do is just retreat into that and then just bang, you know? So it's just a bit too risky, considering that we wouldn't be able to get another Pokemon out. However, that's not good. This is not good. We are going to have to just get a Rockruff down. And a Ranguru now. Hopefully we hit a draw supporter or something, because we are stuck next turn, because we're probably going to get knocked out. Lycanroc, wonderful. So, awkward bit now is that we need counter energy, and we need to get this knocked out. That's all it takes. If this gets knocked out, and they don't Guzma a knockout or something, which they might actually do, thinking about it, they might go for a Guzma knockout on this Rockruff. If they recognize that this Rockruff is the main threat, and not sit here and think Buzzwole, because I want them to think that Buzzwole can do some real dirt. You know, if I get a choice band on this Buzzwole, that's a 90, which is a 180, which will win the game for me. So if I do find a choice band, which I have one of left, I can also go for a... Actually, yeah, I think a choice band will win me the game as well. So we have other ways of winning. Yeah, I think we need a choice band, which means either one is a threat. So that's a good sign, because they can't knock out 2 Pokemon in one turn. So they can Guzma knock this out, which leaves this as a big threat, or they can try and knock this out, which leaves that as a big threat. Okay, so what are they going to do? They're going to knock out the Buzzwole, right? Yeah, okay, they're going to Banette, knock out the Buzzwole. That's a shame, because I think the Buzzwole was the one that was easier to achieve, if I'm thinking about it. And they're hitting 130, which means they're knocking out anything. So we need counter energy this turn. This very turn. And the odds of hitting it are very low. Literally 1 in 12. So, okay, here we go. Here we go. We kind of just have to... This is tough. Counter energy, counter energy, counter energy. No, we whiffed the counter energy. Okay, this is scary now. We're going to Guzma this up. And we're just going to Oranguru and hope to God we get not even a draw. We get, oh, then we get the choice band. If Buzzwole was alive with the beast energy, we would have won the game, but nope. Of course. Of course. We may have stuck them though. We didn't stick them though. Game over. Fair, very, 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 very. I was going to say fair play and well played, but I put them together. Fair played. Well played to my opponent there. That was absolutely... That was a fun game nonetheless. So I'm actually quite excited. Maybe we'll do another one on this and tweak it a little bit in the future. Maybe test a few games in it and see how it works. Other than that, I'm going to leave you guys to it. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, do like and subscribe if you did enjoy. And peace.